She's looking at her watch, folks. She knows if this does get underway soon, she is going to declare, I don't want to do it tonight. That's not true. That was really loud.
That sounds like so many different topics that you could be yakking about. But we're talking about podcasting.
It's Wrinkled Sheets. It's Wrinkled Sheets. It's really kind of neat. Listen to Wrinkled Sheets. Yeah. Look, you can see it right there on the... We have been playing with the computer tonight to figure out how to cast the Chromecast, the laptop, to the TV. We've had it down here, but we've never done this to it. We've thrown articles and videos, but you went to see Who Weekly. One of my favorite podcasts. They talk about celebrities that aren't as popular as some. Like instead of the Nicole Kidmans, they're talking about the Rita Oras and stuff like that. And me being an entertainment news junkie my whole life, I love it because it makes me feel like I'm keeping my finger on the pulse of entertainment news. And they're doing a live tour. I'm sure it's still happening. And they came to Denver a couple weeks ago. So Amber, who is one of my co-hosts for Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine, she and I were like, yeah, even though she's not into Who Weekly, she likes more of the crime podcast, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we went to go see Who Weekly live, and they typically record their podcasts separate, like he's one place, she's another place, which is... They Skype it.
If you've ever podcast, you know that is a challenge because I like to play off my co-host by looking at them. You can see their face or their eyes. Are they engaged? Yes. Are they enjoying what you're talking about? Yes. Like, do they light up when you say something?
Like, oh, yeah, this guy.
Or they're
ready to talk. They're like, as soon as you finish that sentence, I'm going to.
And you couldn't even tell by listening to them, but they share a Google Doc to do their show prep. And I'm always like, oh, we need to use the Google Doc. So we started a Google Doc for Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine.
They're not using it.
And it's not just them. It's also me. I'm lazy. And I like writing down on a piece of paper with a pen. I have my whole Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine journal where I write down top. I'm old.
You're old school. But you said that they were throwing up to the big screen the pages or whatever they were talking about.
And I was like, Amber, we got to get the TV to work. I was like, when Steve's in town, I'm going to have him be the man of the house and fix it. And you did. Good job.
Well, there you go. I've never seen, we can actually watch the podcast record. We're seeing the
audio, which is really kind of distracting for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, don't look at that, because I watch that while we're doing...
I do that when I do Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine.
And it is distracting, because I would rather have somebody doing it, and then you could not think about it, because I look down and go, oh, that's loud, and then that takes me out of the moment sometimes, And I think,
but it also helps prevent, talking without recording.
Overmodulation.
Not at all what I said.
What was it?
Sometimes you can be recording and it'll the program will stop recording and you're just talking. And then you look down and you're like, oh my gosh.
I don't know how long it's not been recorded.
Yeah, so then so Amber has gotten really good about I'll be like, pause. I think it's jumping. Pause. And so she stops talking.
I don't know why it jumps sometimes.
I just hit 10,000 steps by running my arm.
The arm like that. Are you cheating your Fitbit by swinging your arm?
No, I'm not, but I just did on accident.
Have you done that, though? Have you?
No, I've thought about putting it on the dog.
I've cheated it by, sometimes it'll say, you need 6 more steps.
For the hour.
And I just sit there and I'll swing my arm, 3, I'll look at it. 2 more. And I don't know how many swings it takes. Sometimes it doesn't do it right.
Well, if you do this...
Above your head?
If you do the rallying...
Oh.
It works.
Because I'm not going to sit there and do 250 steps.
So you've had the Fitbit for a little over a year now. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah. I know it was a big... when I proposed the idea of changing from your old watch that kept breaking...
Well, I really liked my old watch.
I know.
I liked the watch. I love the big wide band that I had.
And I was like, this Fitbit will work with a big wide band.
It's a wider band, but it's not as wide a band as I had or liked. But I've gotten used to it.
I think it looks good on you.
Yeah. Yeah, at the time when you were talking about this, I was thinking about the Apple Watch because it does, the Apple Watch you can actually do things with.
You can almost talk to people on it.
It's like, And this is kind of like, well, it Bluetooth, it's exercise, it's got a timer. I use almost everything on it. I don't use the FitStar. Do you use FitStar? I don't use FitStar.
Is that where you can select the exercise you're doing?
Is that what that is?
Oh, no.
Do a workout.
I think it gives you workout suggestions.
So I don't do that, and I don't do the relax.
No, I don't use that function either.
Is that sort of mellow?
Like
kind
meditate.
Of, you to lay there and...
So our friend Kate had the Apple Watch, and she didn't like the fact that she had to pay a monthly fee to Apple or AT&T.
I didn't know about that.
To use the full functionality of it.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you want to use it to talk and do all the cool things, it's like having another cell phone. There's a monthly fee. And so she took her Apple Watch back and got store credit, and she got a Fitbit. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of monthly credits, I had lunch today with my friend Jeremy Paget, co-host on Mix 100 here
Name drop.
in Denver. Yeah, if you listen to the show, if you don't, you'll know who he is. But we were talking about monthly charges. It's funny that you said that because we were talking about.
You gotta pay attention. They add up, man.
And neither one of us know what our total monthly charges are.
There's an app for that.
Because I've got the Massage Envy, that's a monthly charge. And
the gym.
The gym is a monthly charge. I've got iCloud. I do the iCloud extra storage, which is and then remember the other day you go, BritBox, I bet you have that. I do. I have.
And how much is that?
That's $7 a month.
Oh, and you have Netflix?
We have Netflix.
Do you do Hulu?
I think I do have Hulu right now because there was a series that I wanted to watch. And Jeremy goes, I bet we're both paying close to $100 or $150 a month.
Yeah.
With monthly charges that we don't know. And he goes, some of them I can't even remember if I have or not because you'll sign up for like an iCloud storage.
Which is a necessity. I think I pay like 99 cents a month for that. Yeah.
And then I got a $2.99 a month extra for what's the iTunes storage?
I just do Apple
Dropbox. I did Dropbox. Dropbox is $2.99.
Wow.
Because I went for the terabyte. It kept filling up because I use video.
So you don't balance your checkbook.
No, I really don't. Not like you do. You sit there with a pen and paper.
Every other week. And it's like, it's so depressing every time. I'm like, why do I spend so much money on stuff? Why can't I just save my money? Because to do that, you have to live like a hermit. You do. Like you can't do anything.
Because you're worried about balancing your checkbook?
Yeah.
Because see, I always just go, I pay my bills. Pay the bills, and then I look at charges.
Yeah,
I'll just look at like that one day I caught the charge. Somebody tried to buy an iPhone, and went, "Hey, wait, this wasn't me." So I look at charges, but not like down to the penny. You're like, this is $19.32.
I do.
Like I might be slightly ripped off, and they probably do.
Like you thought you paid $14 for a meal, but they added a little extra on the tip line, and you paid $24 for a meal.
Right. And I probably would not catch that because I just went, oh, that's the restaurant. Yeah, that's where we went, and that's...
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't say this on the podcast. People go, well,
no, I
know how if McGrew ever comes in here, he doesn't check his...
I feel like a lot of people live like that. I just wanted to really focus about 6 months ago on what I was paying where. And I really paid attention to that stuff. So I stopped the Ipsy. I stopped the nails. I stopped the things that weren't necessity where I could... be like, I could save a little money here.
I forgot about your Ipsy. You don't do the bag anymore, huh?
No, my friend and coworker Carla, she does Ipsy still, and like she puts stuff to the side that she's never going to use, and I get a little Ipsy bonus every once in a while from her.
But you don't have like the cool bag of the.
I have so many Ipsy bags. If you look in my bathroom drawer, they're all lined up. And yeah.
What are you going to do with those?
Well, I use them. Like this morning, I was cleaning out my work backpack and I was pulling out, and I pulled out 6 Ipsy bags. And Kate's like, how many Ipsy bags do you have in there? I was like, well, about 6. You have this for this and this for this and this for this. Keeps me very organized.
I have 3 of them that I use. You gave me 3.
Some of them came and they were like masculine.
They were kind of manly. Like one of them had like an album cover design, and one of them had like a turntable design.
It was so you.
Yeah, so I've got like 3 of them that I use for cords and spare change.
That's
and
exactly
things
what
I
use
in my
them.
luggage. Mm-hmm. So I guess they have a function.
They do.
And
they're fun.
Was it worth? It was $10, wasn't it?
$10 a month.
Was it worth the $10? Or
not always.
Not always. Mm-mm. Is that part of the deal? Of sometimes it might be over $10, and then other times.
And you can go in and rate what you got. And that supposedly helps them recalibrate what you get in the future. Like, since I was getting my nails done at the time, I never wanted nail polish because I had plenty of nail polish in my nail polish collection for my toes. So I definitely always rated. Anytime I got nail polish, I was like, no. And I finally stopped getting nail polish. Yeah, but Ipsy's fun. If you can afford the 10, I don't want to say I can't afford it. It was just, it didn't feel like it was worth it to me.
That is sort of the way you do your social media, too. You're like, nope, I'm done following this company. Boom, I'm out. No, I don't. You just randomly is.
So sometimes, especially now with Instagram stories, I enjoy watching people's Instagram stories. I'll just binge. It's my mindless entertainment. Typically on the weekends when I wake up in the morning. And there's some people where I'm like, it's not worth it anymore. Unfollow.
Is this celebrities or is this just could be anybody?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are very excessive with their Instagram stories. I'm like, you need a YouTube channel. When there's 100 little dots above there.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, oh my God.
What are they, when they do those 100 little dots, are they quick? Are they quick ones or are some of them just
they're
long?
Full on, because Insta stories, one clip is only so long. I don't know how long. I don't have the data in front of me. But they'll do and I can be guilty of that when I'm doing something fun or if there's a concert.
No, you're not as bad. I know what you're talking about because some of the people that I have followed will be here's my morning, here's my coffee, here's my getting dressed, here's my dinner, here's my
you could be making money, person.
Yeah, so
you should message those
when
people.
there's 40, seriously 40 clips. You're like, I've seen enough of you right at this.
If I wanted to watch a vlog,
I would watch a vlog because I can do something else. I can hear it. I don't have to keep just kind of paying attention because they'll have a caption on it.
Yeah,
I'm like, well.
What if I missed something? No. Yeah. So that tends to push me to unfollow. On Facebook, I unfollow people. I don't unfriend them anymore. I unfollow them when I might not agree with everything they're posting. Or a lot of stuff they're posting is just silly.
What does it take to get you to unfollow somebody? Not just unfriend, not just unfollow. Because,
if I wanted to unfriend someone, vulgar status updates, very negative status updates, or vulgar memes. I'm like, you think that's funny? We are not friends. Unfriend.
Because I have gone through, I'm gonna hit my number. Facebook only gives you 5,000.
Right. I'm not even close.
And I've got 5,000 on one page and 11,000 on my other page because that one page is you can just have as many followers. It's not friends, it's followers. But you can only have so many friends on your one page, and so every once in a while, because there are times that I think I don't really know this person because it was a lot of it's from when I was on Comedy Central, or they'll friend you because of that, and you're building up your friend count. Because the old days of Facebook, it was about getting your followers and your follower count. How many followers do you have? People that were booking your show. How many followers do you have on Facebook? So there's people that I know and people that I don't know. And sometimes you think, well, I can unfollow them, but I should probably just unfriend them because I could get an actual somebody that likes my stuff more. If I'm not seeing people retweeting, reposting or commenting, but then that's not their fault anymore. Now it's part of Facebook
Right.
algorithms,
Right. I am only at 1,600 friends on Facebook, so that's not even a worry. Want to be friends on Facebook? Send me a request. Don't be weird.
Is that will get you unfriended if you're weird?
You don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Don't, yeah. I think one time, just comment, like someone commented. It wasn't vulgar. It was just very like, really? Mm-hmm. And I was like, unfriend block.
Where you get like, oh, she cooks, but does she cook naked?
Nobody has ever talked to me like that.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That would be the ones that would get you an ooh.
Yes.
Because people, like, I posted the video of you cooking the pizza. Mm-hmm. And people were like, she's a keeper. She cooks. You don't find that often anymore. It's that kind of comment.
I don't mind that. I'm like, yeah, I like food. Check.
Yeah. Yeah, you cook, but can you cook naked? That would get you unfollowed.
Yes, and blocked.
You see what I'm saying? That's where the line is.
Yes. And I would hope you would step in and say something.
I do. I go, yes, she cooks naked.
Oh, my Lanta, that's not the appropriate response.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
No, I just made that up. That's not really real.
Have we talked about Nashville, my trip to Nashville?
I don't think so.
No, because, okay, I went to Nashville. That was the last podcast I was talking about going to Nashville. And then I didn't see you for like a month. Because the one time you were home, I was in Nashville. And then you finally came home.
Yeah, how did you plan that? Where like the 1 week I'm home.
It worked out when it came to the animals. Because we talked about the trials and tribulation of having animals.
Oh, yeah. That's the other good thing.
A great update. The last podcast we talked about Pooh Bear and how
we had two diabetic cats.
So she went in for a follow-up appointment and her glucose level was so low, the doctor's like, no more insulin. She's fine. She's going to be a tricky one. We just need to monitor. But she's not diabetic anymore.
So what is she? She's just
I don't know.
Weird
maybe we were giving.
food?
Maybe Janet was giving too many treats.
Would that affect? I don't know.
Because I view the treats as like Hershey Kisses. We don't give them Hershey Kisses, but it's cat treats. But maybe they...
Here, I love you, have a treat. Here,
yeah.
I love you, have a treat.
Yeah, so I've stopped giving him as many treats.
Uh-huh.
And I stopped it immediately when she was diagnosed. I was like, y'all aren't getting treats. You can have cat food. And I'm wondering if that helped. But we only have one diabetic cat now.
Well, hopefully we should get them both retested and maybe not have a...
Rain has been in, which is our other cat, has been in multiple times. And he is always high. So I have complete faith. I bought the testing kit, which was $50. That's 5 Ipsy bags. And
that is 5 months of Ipsy.
It is impossible to get a blood sample from a cat.
Where are you supposed to take it from?
Either from their ear or their paw pad.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. I tried both on Rain, who's the most chill of the two, and I never got enough blood.
Because you could even squeeze Rain's feet. He doesn't mind if you rub his feet.
He's got so many, he's got
calluses.
Hard.
Yeah.
Paw pads. So that didn't produce any blood.
Well, how do you get the blood?
There's a pricker.
On the tool? Does it come with?
Yes, it's a pricker, a one-time use pricker. And
do you change it every time?
Every time.
One time. Did you try to hold his foot and prick his foot?
Yeah.
And it didn't go in?
It went in. I saw it go in and no blood came out. I'm like, you got hardcore feet.
And then you try his ear?
Tried his ear, and I got a little bit of blood, but it still wasn't enough to register.
How did he react when you...
He did not like it.
I would not like it if somebody just, I'm going to prick your ear.
Well, the YouTube video I watched with the example, the cat was super chill, but he's probably used to it.
Either used to it or given those...
Sedated?
Yes, yeah, the kitty downers that you give the...
I don't give them to him very often because they're very expensive. Again, I'm very cheap. But every once in a while, I'm like, let's just have a chill night. And it doesn't work like I wish it would. I wish it was like Benadryl for cats, but it's not. It's not. I still got woke up at 5 a.m. Paw and face. Paw. Paw.
I can't believe that you still will wrap yourself around like a pretzel and sleep uncomfortable so that cats are comfortable. Like, was it last night you go, I am so uncomfortable. You told me that. I'm so uncomfortable. Well, then move one of them.
There is a meme that I saw today, and it's from Josh Grayson's wife. We can be friends. Or I just follow her on the Insta.
She's looking it up now, by the way.
I want to show you.
Okay.
Her name is Katie Grayson.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'd ask you because I couldn't remember. And...
Okay, let me see. How it feels sharing my bed with a cat.
And it shows this massive
giant cat.
And this little girl. And I was like, that's so my life. But I love cuddling with the cat once we both fall asleep. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's a challenge.
It's definitely a challenge.
Okay, so can I talk about Nashville?
Yes, go ahead.
So I went to Nashville for work, legit work, and
sure.
I seriously did. We got there Thursday and worked in the hotel rooms for a bit to try and catch up on email. Mm-hmm. And then we went out and had dinner at Jason Aldean's bar. Everybody has a bar.
Everybody.
I didn't realize this. I kind of knew it, but I did not realize it. So we're like, oh, Jason Aldean's. And I had food there. And then we went down the street and
What did you have, by the way?
Oh, I had a burger with no bun.
Okay.
And Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Because we're ketoing, by the way, if we haven't said.
So that was at the end of my Whole30. And I knew I was going to transition from Whole30 to keto. I only did Whole24. Stop judging me, people. I went to Nashville. Free. So I had, it was really good food. Really good food. I don't know if it was because I hadn't had like real food in a while. I don't know, but it was so good. And then we walked down the street and we had a drink at the FGL house, which is Florida Georgia Line. And I was like, oh, this is going to be so much fun. So then we went to bed because we had to get up early the next morning. And we actually spent the next day at our Goodlettsville, Tennessee office, which is about 30 minutes away from downtown Nashville.
So you were working.
The cool thing was our hotel was 2 blocks from Broadway, which is like the fun part of Nashville.
Right. All the Tootsies and all that stuff.
Yeah. We walk 2 blocks and all of a sudden there's Whiskey Row, which is Dierks Bentley's bar. And there's Whiskey Central, which is no one's bar, but that's where my friend played. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So we went and did work. And then we went to the Ryman. We went to the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman.
Right. Who'd you see?
Oh, goodness. So many people. Vince Gill was there. It was Joe Diffie's 25th anniversary of being a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Riders in the Sky. They're always freaking hilarious. So many people. I can't name them all right off the top of my head. But Kate, who is my coworker / friend from Bulgaria, not a country music fan. So I was like, are you sure you want to do this? She's like, yeah. It'll be fun. And we had so much fun.
Didn't you say she yodeled in the Grand Ole Opry?
I guess some cartoon or something her daughter watches. There's yodelings. She's like, oh, Sophia does that. And then she proceeds to yodel. And I was like,
was it when the Riders of the Sky were yodeled?
There was a couple people that yodeled.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, Steve, Kate just yodeled. It was awesome. I got a video of it and sent it to some coworkers, but that video does not exist anymore because Kate does not appreciate that. So that was Friday night. And so then we had a blast on Broadway. Friday night, we went to so many different places. I walked into Luke Bryan's bar and I'm like, oh, Miranda Lambert's Vice video was on. And I walk in and I was like, this isn't Vice. It was some like club music. So I'm in my full winter coat, cowboy boots on. And I was like, Kate, what do we do? We're on the dance floor. You walk in, you're on the dance floor. I was like, okay. And I start dancing for at maybe 2 minutes at the most. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then we walk down Luke Bryan's bar and we finally find the country part. It was just so much fun. But then, you and I had a text exchange because Kate's not active on social media and I was doing the Insta stories that automatically transferred to my Facebook stories. And Kate got self-conscious. She's like, I think you posted too much.
the company's going to think we're just partying. Is that what?
And I'm like, we got timelines, but okay. And then I messaged you. I was like, did you look at my stories? Was there anything inappropriate?
I looked at it. No, it was just, here we are at this bar. Here's our food.
And you said something that's very astounding that has stuck with me. And you're like, well, not every husband is as chill as I am. And I'm like, you're right. But, like, trust has to be a foundation of a relationship, especially ours, because you're out and about traveling the world, and I'm here hanging out with the fur babies. So, like, if we didn't have trust, like, this would not work. But I understand that there's Kate and her husband aren't in that situation. It's rare that they travel away from each other. It happens, but it's rare.
Well, remember, I told you, though, I thought it could be work. That's what, because some people, her perception of, if work sees this, they're going to think we just party, or they think we're,
Right. But they see the effects of our work, like, man, I don't know. But I thought that was really trust.
Yeah.
That's important.
But everybody's worried, not everybody, as they should be, but you are HR, and you know that people look at social media as how good an employee is this, or how what.
Well, I could do Insta stories of me doing email, but that's not fun. Then I'm one of those people that people unfollow.
Yeah, that's what happens right there.
And then Saturday was the big event. We went to the ISEE, which is the International Society of Explosive Engineers. Blasting.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm just excited I got it right. We went to their Blasters conference dinner, and we got to meet with a lot of blasters and say, hey, Orc is hiring. Here's our cards. Contact us. And then we had a nice dinner. But Nashville was amazing. And I am thankful for you as a husband that you trust me, and because I guess there could be a situation where you're like, what the hell are you going out
every night?
Downtown
How many bars
Broadway?
Are you going to?
I don't know. I lost count. There's so many. Everybody has a bar. Blake Shelton has a bar.
Well, my favorite bar, one of my favorite bars, is now closed there. Because I told you, go to the trailer park and y'all go eat there.
Paradise Trailer Park.
I loved that place. And I guess they shut it down because they're going to turn it into somebody else's bar.
I know. Maybe Miranda Lambert will have a bar.
That place had the best food. You ate there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I ate there every time I went to Nashville. The burgers were amazing. They did these homemade, big, giant, sloppy burgers. Mm-hmm. It was just
good food, yeah.
I know. I think everybody in Nashville now goes for the bar when it used to be the gift shop. Do you remember that? It used to be
No, I never went before
you. Didn't go before that?
No.
Because everybody used to have a gift shop. It was the Randy Travis gift shop, the George Jones gift shop, the Loretta Lynn gift shop. And now it's bar.
Ernest Tubbs still has a gift shop. Other than that, I don't think anyone has.
I think Ernest Tubbs is a record shop.
Oh, but I bought my magnets there.
At Ernest Tubbs record shop?
Yes. Yes, I did.
But there was a whole section over by Music Row that was the whole gift shop. Hank Jr. gift shop was over there. And
Sunday we spent that morning walking around Music Row, looking at all the record. I had not done that. We had driven through there, but I think maybe not your jam, so we never got out and walked. But I was walking, it was 35, 40 degrees, not super warm, but I was walking and I was just look at all these record labels. Oh my gosh, all the history.
Yeah, the record labels and all there's a bunch of recording studios along that way. And music publishing houses.
Yes.
Did they still have banners out? Congratulations to my, such and such.
One of the first ones we saw was one for Tin Man winning Academy of Country Music Award or something. I was like, Kate. And she's like, what is that? I was like, you're going to see more of them, but that's a banner congratulating the songwriters for that. And look, Miranda Lambert's name is on there. So I think Kate had fun. I think she did. I love Nashville, but I realized, I was like, I wish you were here. And you're like, I don't.
I don't at all.
I had never experienced this version of Nashville because you're not a drinker. So and you definitely don't like the music that's playing at these bars now. So the last time we went, I think we spent some time in Tootsie's and then went to Paradise Trailer Park and then went to bed.
Yeah. We went to Tootsie's only because your friend was playing over there. Your college.
And the cool thing is that the girl that he plays with actually has a single that's doing pretty well out on the charts.
Oh, really? Like an independent thing or a real label?
I don't know if she has a label, but I know she has a song, and it's a good song. So, yeah.
And speaking of country music, I know we've talked about that on here before, but last night was the Grammys.
Yes.
And people were commenting how much they really liked Dan and Shay. And
I thought I saw that one of them had their zipper down.
Did really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that Kacey Musgraves did very well.
She won very well.
Very well last night. And I like Kacey. I think she leans toward the classic country, which I like. And people were like, she shouldn't have won. She shouldn't have won. It should have been Chris Stapleton. It should have been, I don't even know who she is.
That's their own fault.
Well, that's their own fault. And I got in a slight argument on Facebook with a radio DJ program director that he said Chris Stapleton should have, won. And I said, Kacey won because it was good. Well, that's not according to our listeners. And I go, your listeners, if you're fed crap constantly, you think crap tastes good. So he wrote back, well, that's your opinion. And I go, she won a Grammy.
She didn't win a Grammy.
She won
Best Country Album, Best Country Song, and Best Country Solo Performance. And then she walked away with the top honor of Best Album.
Album of the Year.
Album of the Year. And she was shocked.
Yeah.
If you watch the video of her when she was announced, I didn't watch it because I was already asleep, but she was like, what?
Yes.
Oh my God, what?
So people joined in on this saying, he's right. You guys only play what the corporate tells you to play, And here you are saying Chris Stapleton should have won because I wrote, he's good, but he's overrated. Well, that's not what our and then my pal Benton Blunt. So he posted, congratulations to her winning Album of the Year. Most people don't know who she is, and that's not Grammy's fault. They got it right. Country radio's wrong. So I do think they should play more stuff that
Have you listened to Golden Hour?
People like. Only a couple of things. I went through and how you can listen on iTunes, I checked it out. I thought about buying it, but I'm not, how I am. I'm not a big buyer of music these days anymore. But what'd you think of the album? Oh,
I loved it. I own it. Yeah, but I have Apple Music. That's one subscription I didn't unsubscribe from. All-time favorite part of the night was the Dolly Parton tribute.
I thought it was pretty good.
Freaking her and Miley. So Miley is her goddaughter. And just to see the love. Oh, but Katy Perry, I guess, tried to steal the show and pissed everyone off. She was getting all pitchy and trying to out-sing Dolly Parton.
Well, she was trying to do that Olympic Star-Spangled Banner
she doesn't have that range. And
especially when Kacey Musgraves had started it nice and soft, and then it went to Katie's yeah!
Yeah. And you had a article that said that even Dolly was pissed.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
I have it here.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw an article that said Dolly was not happy with Katy Perry's performance. What did that?
Yeah, so I'm pulling that up now. Dolly Parton is fuming, and this is from, what's this? Radar. It's from Radar online. So take it with a grain of salt. After she believes Katy Perry tried to upstage her during the legendary singer's tribute at the 2019 Grammy Awards, Katy tried to make it her own. It was Dolly's night to shine, and Katy should have respected that, a backstage production insider told Radar. So Katy Perry, who opened up the tribute with a much more subdued Kacey Musgraves by covering Here You Come Again, Perry tried to add her own spin to it, which did not sit well with fans or Parton herself. Dolly let the producers have it because that was not the performance Katy gave during rehearsals. When she came out making all those weird hand gestures and singing out of pitch, everyone was like, what? Though Parton was put off by Perry's rendition, the source told Radar that that Katy Perry's star didn't apologize for anything. Katy said she was just trying to stand out, and she didn't want to be just another background singer for Dolly. You be a background singer for Dolly. Boom. Katy Perry is someone I used to really like, but it's like every once in a while she just keeps cutting my fandom.
Not to be the typical guy, but what has she done lately? I know a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years, she's had a lot of hits, but I don't hear her on the radio much right now.
I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know.
Me either, but I'm saying, I don't know.
She's dating Orlando Bloom. That's all I know.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's why there was a picture of those two together. I just thought it was at a party picture.
No, they're dating. They've been dating for a while.
Oh.
But I just loved Miley. I loved Kacey Musgraves, Little Big Town. Who am I missing?
I think that's it.
Yeah. It was
Little Big Town sounded good with her because they harmonized well with her.
Yeah, Little Big Town is amazing. Even though I don't like their latest album.
No.
So their latest concert we went to was kind of a bust.
Shame on you.
What?
No. Did you pay?
No, remember it was a gift. We both went.
Oh, that was last year though, wasn't it?
That was the last concert I went to. Dang.
I guess have they had another album out since then?
Not that I'm aware of. Probably because it tanked.
Yeah, kind of like the band Perry.
Who? Yeah.
How does he? I wonder how bands like that, they come out so strong and have so many hits.
And then they try to like redo things. And then, it's like, well, it was working.
Yeah,
Why?
but you completely fall out of grace. I mean, completely. That's what I don't understand. Should you be allowed to have a bad album?
Well, Dierks Bentley did. Well, it wasn't a bad album, but fans didn't like it. The Up on the Ridge Bluegrass album, it wasn't a fan favorite, but he came back.
Yeah, it wasn't a career killer.
No.
But like band Perry, they gone. I mean, like, was that their doing? Like, we're not country anymore.
They did try. They tried to come like all emo-y.
Mm-hmm. That was the one album that failed. So did they stay that way, or does country radio just go, or country music, they're out?
What's next?
Who's next?
Yeah. Bring on Florida Georgia Line. Meh.
Who is going to be the next star? I don't really think there is stars today. Like,
they're coming up. Like, you have the Kelsey Ballerinis that are coming up. Kane Brown's pretty popular. Yeah, you may not like them.
No, I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying stars. These guys will have 1 or 2 hits, and I understand that. Or an album that does well.
Give it time and watch it. Because you have, like, the Jason Aldeans, the Miranda Lamberts, the Luke Bryans, which it doesn't matter your opinion.
No, I'm saying they've done well. But doesn't it seem like they try to just burn it? Like, they got a good song. Who's the next one? That didn't happen. Gone. Good song. Gone.
I don't think so. Like, I feel like Kelsey Ballerini has some pretty solid hits. Mm-hmm. I'm not super excited about it, but Maren Morris, I really liked her first album, but then I followed her on Instagram and Twitter and went, oh, not my jam. Unfollow, unsupport.
Not my favorite as a person.
Right.
Kind of deal? Yeah.
Like super strong. I don't know. I think you just have to sit back and watch. You can't be like, well, who's the new star now? Because it's still the Jason Aldeans, the Luke Bryans, the Miranda Lamberts, and the Keith Urbans. They're still the stars. They haven't been debunked yet.
Right. But I see a lot of those that come on the scene that they're like, this is going to be the next.
Yeah.
Then they're one hit and they're gone.
Yeah.
Like kind of like that guy Dustin Lynch. The name is there, but other than a couple of songs, boom, and they keep trying to push it. They keep trying to, he's on something else, or he's going to open a tour for somebody. Like,
well, if you look, like, when you look even further back, you only have the Rebas, the Garths, the Brooks and Dunn, the George Straits. Those were the big stars of, like, a decade and a half of time.
At least 2.
Yeah. So, and think of all the other little ones that popped up.
Yeah.
And then fizzled out. So it's not new. It's just who has the staying power. The sophomore album curse. It gets people every time.
Yeah. I saw a lot of that as a radio DJ, the people that come through pushing an album that don't make it. Like, this was a great, like, you go, that's a great album. But remember those guys that were, wish I could remember their name. They were at, when we went to name drop, Blake Shelton's bachelor party. They were there from Oklahoma, the Dirt Troubadour, something like that.
Turnpike Troubadours?
No, that's the Texas guys. But they were there.
The only part I remember from that night is walking up to Blake Shelton and asking him to take a picture with me, and he said yes. That's the only part I remember from being in Studio 54.
Well, I remember because they had been at the radio station to play their song. You know, they drop by. I'm going to play a couple songs. Our album's about to come out.
Yeah.
And I really liked them. I thought these guys were really good. It went nowhere. I mean, like nowhere.
That's a bummer. It's a bummer. I don't even know the algorithm. I don't know how it works. I don't know how to make it work. I don't think the music industry does either.
Remember a band called Pen Monkey?
Not at all.
No?
I have a visual all of a sudden when you say it, but I don't remember any songs.
Bob Wire and Roses, I think, was the one hit that they had. But that's another one of those. One, you're like, man, they're the next. How the record comes to the radio station. These guys are going to be the next big deal. You listen to this album.
Yeah.
Gone.
I don't foresee Dan and Shay having staying power.
No. Like Drake last night getting cut off when he was saying, you don't really need a Grammy. If you have people buying your albums and singing your songs, you're already pretty much cut off.
Feel bad for the guy. I like Drake.
I like that one song. That's all I know.
Which one?
I know when the hotline play.
Oh, the hotline
that
play.
Can only mean one thing.
Have you listened?
I know when the hotline play.
Have you listened to any other songs?
Not really.
No.
Now we were talking about Katy Perry earlier.
What you got?
Katy Perry now has been accused of making shoes in blackface.
This is silly.
Shoes from Katy Perry. This just broke. This is a breaking story 3 hours ago.
This just in.
Shoes from Katy Perry's fashion line are reportedly being pulled from the stores after people accused them of resembling blackface.
So she has these two shoes, two kinds of shoes that have faces on them. Mm-hmm. One is more of a tan color, and one is a black color.
It's just a face.
It's just a face on a shoe.
All it is a face. TMZ sources said the loafers and heeled sandals were never intended to be offensive.
No.
Both shoes come in black and feature leather uppers embellished with identical 3D eyes, a golden triangle nose, and bright red lips. At the time of this writing, neither pair of shoe is available on Katy Perry's collection site or on Dillard's online, though they were available on Dillard's earlier
today.
Yeah. Two designs from Katy Perry's fashion line were accused of resembling blackface or reportedly being pulled.
Can we stop?
We're just looking for stuff to be offended by, right? The shoes don't even look like it. I mean, if you look it up, we're looking at it because we can see it on the TV.
Two versions of the shoe.
Yeah, they just look like poorly drawn faces.
No, it's artistic.
Okay, that's what it's artistic.
It's not going to be like a actual face. But they're just silly.
Yeah, it's beyond silly. And they come in a sandal too. See, there it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like anything but a face on a sandal.
People need to stop.
Well, let's see. Here's some of the tweets. Somebody wrote, "Welcome to my presentation. In this, I will discuss how Katy Perry is 20 years too late with her new shoes." And it's showing a waiter boot with a frog face on it.
Right. So if it was a pink shoe and a tan shoe, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Oh, man. And then Gucci, this goes along with the same story. Gucci has been accused of blackface and having to pull a sweater. It's a turtleneck sweater.
Where the turtleneck comes up over your nose.
Yeah.
And has cut out lip hole. And it's kind of cute. Like
it's
when
a face
you're cold,
warmer on a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I guess the sweater is black and they got accused of it. They have had to pull the sweater and they've issued an apology. See, you can see it right there. You listeners can't, but she can.
Gucci deeply apologizes for the offense caused by the wool, baklava jumper. I know I totally butchered that. We can confirm that the item has been immediately removed from our online store and all physical stores. We consider diversity to be a fundamental value to be fully upheld, respected, and at the forefront of every decision we make. We are fully committed to increasing diversity through our organization and turning this incident into a powerful learning moment for the Gucci team and beyond. So we can't wear black anymore? If you're not an African American?
I guess you can't wear black. You can't pull it up. Don't pull it up over your face. Well, the PC thing has gotten seriously out of hand.
Right.
I mean, I was watching somebody's story the other day, and they said something about his daughter. And he goes, oh, I probably have triggered somebody because I said my daughter. Oh, and he was doing, I'm not even going to be able to function today. I can't go outside. Somebody used the wrong name. So it's getting more ridiculous. And more. Or everybody, are you just going to start not liking stars because they've said the wrong thing? Or are you going to be looking? Is there an age now that? That's what I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out how to say this correctly. Was like this was would have been a star that's now in their 40s, a TV star, and are the younger people only going to be like, well, that's because they're old and they don't understand? Do you think they're trying to weed out celebrities to make room for newer, more woke celebrities?
I don't know. I don't have the answer. My whole life, I've appreciated the older music. Maybe, and even Ava, who is a 14-year-old now, it's a family member. She listens to music that was popular when her mom was in high school. So I feel like, I don't think that's it. I think people are just finding reasons to be offended.
I think they're looking for their own 15 minutes of fame. I think if they can bust somebody, if they feel like they're the ones that
I discovered this,
that they're hoping that they'll be the one that gets their 15 minutes of.
But it's just crazy. And maybe people listening have some empathy and understand. If so, send us an email, wrinkledsheets1@gmail.com. Let's hear your side of the story. Maybe I'm just old school.
Maybe you're just old. What did I say that we're like an old married couple? You go, no, we're like a married couple.
We are. I go to bed at 6:30 p.m. even when you're not here. It's a good night when I go to bed that early.
So is there anything on your radar of hot topics or lifestyle or anything that you wanted to bring up on?
I just started doing Cycle Bar.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know it's biking, right? It's kind of like that Soul Cycle where you go lock your feet in and pedal till you fall off. You lock your feet in and they jam out to music. And yeah, it's 45 minutes and it's awesome. It is awesome. I really like it. It's hard. It's really hard. Are you allowed to stop? If you're not going to yell
at you, no one's going to yell at you. But you can adjust your resistance on your bike. So if you want to go chill, you can keep the resistance chill. But throughout the whole class, the instructor's like, turn it to the right, turn it to the right. That means increase your intensity.
How does this, your trainer, give me an example. Put on your actress hat now. Give me an example of how your trainer talks to you.
Okay. All right. Let's go, guys. Pedal. Stay seated. Pedal. All right. Turn it to the right. A little bit more. Keep it between 10 and 15. Let's go. All right. Here comes the beat. Now stand it up. Now sit it back. Now stand it up. Now sit it back.
They tell you to stand up?
Yeah. Standing up is the best because that seat is very uncomfortable on
your
lady
parts. You've come home now a couple times saying, that was uncomfortable on the lady parts.
Yes. But it's so much fun. It really is. I haven't ridden a bike in a couple years now, and I think once you get used to it, your body adjusts. So
they're not shouting at you like sometimes in the movies,
No, what my first instructor...
Come on, you can do it! Come on!
Number 23, get to going.
Yeah.
You can, they'll throw everyone's pace up on the screen. You can opt out and not be on the screen. My first instructor said her mom comes in every Saturday and just sits down the whole time. Doesn't really listen to her. Just
does
gets
her
her work.
thing.
Yeah. And it's dark. It's a dark studio. They turn up the lights every once in a while, but it's dark.
Like black dark?
It's like being in a dance club.
Okay.
It's like that. And it's a lot of fun. I've done it twice now. I'm going to do it again this Friday night, and I really like it.
What about if you fall off and hit your head and you think you're all that? Or whatever that... Remember the movie we saw with what's-her-face? She fell off the bike pedaling?
Amy Schumer?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that that's possible. Like, my friend last Friday morning, her shoe came unclipped, and she kind of, like, stumbled, and she was not seriously hurt. So that was a little excessive. I do have to say, now that we're both on keto, I never in my life thought that I would be following Jenna Jameson on the Instagram.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, so I was telling my coworkers this, and they're like, who's Jenna Jameson? I'm like, why do I know this?
X?
She was one of the biggest porn stars of like the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
And she had a baby like 18 months ago and gained quite a bit of weight.
Yeah, a lot.
Went on Celebrity Big Brother UK and people commented about her weight. And so she joined keto, and in less than a year, she lost 80 pounds.
Pretty amazing.
It's motivating. My husband likes a lot of her photos, which is not motivating. It shows me when you like her photos. Like when I click on her photo, it'll say Steve
liked
McGrew,
by, yeah.
I'm like, awesome.
Well, it's because we're Twitter, Facebook, Instagram friends. I know that's very weird, but she followed me. She comments. She'll like a picture. You've
awesome.
known that for a while, though.
Yeah, I think I've tried to forget that.
Yeah, but I thought the motivation was good. I send you her pictures. I send you links to. Because I think the whole keto thing is great. And do you ever read what's underneath the pictures?
I do.
Sometimes when I like something, it's because she's given a great, this recipe, this is what you should eat today.
Yeah, no, I get it. But
you think, my husband has just liked a
Jenna Jameson.
Jameson's.
Dang it. I may look at it, but I'm not going to like it.
Do you read it?
Yes,
Okay.
Of course. So I'm following her on Instagram. I'm not going to do anything else. No Twitter, no Facebook, nothing like that. But
well, she is now completely done a 180. She's like super conservative, super religious.
married.
She's trying to do the whole that was another life thing, and she's constantly posting about loving, being a conservative Trump supporter, that kind of, and
I haven't been following her that long, so I haven't seen that version of her.
yeah.
But I found it to be pretty silly that I'm now following her.
Is it silly? Mm-hmm. Why is that? Don't you feel like the motivation of, because she tries to do the before after pictures?
She does, and that is motivating. That's why I follow her. I'm not unfollowing her.
But you're like,
I'm not muting her.
My husband has clicked on her picture.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, Instagram, for telling me this. I didn't need to know this.
Do you not like that I click on it because of why?
Because she's a former porn star.
Oh. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
My brain goes no further than that. I know she might be a new person, but it's hard.
Oh. Okay.
As a
so do you want me to not do that?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
I'm
trying to be a good husband. Yeah,
you're doing amazing work. This is me being me. And it's not like you're like direct messaging her and like having crazy conversations. It's just like, oh, hi. Yeah. Okay.
Like she'll comment on something or she'll retweet one of my tweets. And then I feel like I should, it's almost like that. I need to repay this compliment.
Right.
Like that kind of thing.
No, I get it. I get it. You don't have to change anything you're doing.
Okay.
Nothing you're doing is inappropriate.
Because we just talked earlier about trust.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that I don't trust. It's just like former porn star.
You're not thinking, he thinks he wishes I look like this.
Maybe see, girl brain goes there, but it's fine. It's fine. She's had 2 kids.
Jeremy follows her. We talked about that today.
That's super. Oh, good. You're having conversations about her.
Well, about keto. Are you beating your head on the mic?
I am.
It was about keto. And he goes, did you see, he goes, how much weight Jenna has lost?
And you're like,
and I go, no, I went, Jenna who? He goes, Jameson. I go, oh, yeah. No,
every guy knows who Jenna Jameson is.
But I think she's sort of become the keto
queen?
Keto queen. Because remember her omelet went viral. She did that viral.
Bomblet.
What was it called?
Bomblet.
Bomblet. Yeah.
I tried making it, and I didn't have the shredded cheese, so it didn't work out very well.
So I think that's what's brought her kind of into the forefront
she has
of people.
posted 3 major recipes that have blown up. The bomblet, and then I think there was like a cabbage recipe, and yeah, she's good for her. I'm not hating on her. I'm still following her on Instagram. I'm just talking girl brain here.
She's probably going to hear this.
No, she's not. She's got a little toddler to follow her around.
When I tag her.
Please don't tag her. Please don't tag her.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't want me to send a little note? Hey, Jenna, we talked about you on the podcast this week.
Oh, that's great.
You're being facetious now, aren't you?
I am. I am. I feel like there's no way for me to flip this and be like, well, put yourself in my shoes, because guy brain doesn't work like girl brain.
No, it's sort of the same way that, like, the first night that you were like, who are you talking to? I go, Jenna Elfman. Remember that?
Yes.
And you were like, what? And I don't think you thought that was a good thing either at that time.
It was probably a more, I don't know, insecure time.
Was that what that was?
Yeah. It took me a while to adjust to your life.
That I have celebrity friends.
Yes. And I had a girl crush on Jenna Elfman. Like, she is the reason I cut my hair short when I was...
Oh.
Yeah, her and Pink. I was like, 2 of my favorite girls in the world. I'm doing it. And I did it myself.
Well, I know we talked about it on here before, but when I had Jenna on my podcast, Jenna Elfman on my podcast, I Skyped it in. Yes. We were Skyping. And you came downstairs.
I had just come home from work, and I came down, and I was like, hey.
Yeah. Well, I had just finished the podcast, and she called back. Mm-hmm. She called back, and you were here, and you're like, oh.
I got to get out of here. I'm not cool enough for this room.
Like you looked in the picture, and then you ran out of the room. Like, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her to see me.
I don't want her to know how uncool I am.
Is that what you thought it was?
Yeah. Do you guys still talk, or because she's like probably
she's
super left.
Busy. Well, she's super left. She's super left.
And you're super right. She's on the Walking Dead show.
Yeah, and that's been the only time that we've had any kind of conversation. Was I'd be like, oh, she'll post something about the show, and I'll say, congratulations, or the ratings are this. Hey, the good luck. Thanks.
Yeah.
So
she seems like a very nice girl.
Yeah. We've not been as talkative since Trump came along. Should that make...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Stop breaking up with people I like. Really like her.
You're still watching their podcast,
I listen
right?
to it. I don't watch it. I listen to it. I do. They don't podcast as much because she is so busy. Yeah. Well, good for her. That means she's making money and life is good.
Because I kept trying to get Bodie, her husband, to come on the podcast. Kept trying, and I just could not. And finally, he, after so many times, I'm like, yeah, maybe next week, buddy. Maybe next week. Oh, I can't make it. Maybe next week. I just finally kind of quit asking.
Yeah. What do you do?
I know. I don't want to feel like one of those guys that's try too hard.
Don't be a tryhard. Don't be a tryhard.
I think that's kind of annoying, Mm-hmm. Like I have tried to get Nick Searcy, the actor, on my podcast from Justified. He played the Marshal in Justified.
Oh, got it.
And
yeah, he sounded like he was going.
Yeah, we went back and forth. Yeah, I'll do it next week. And then, I got this movie I got to do up in Canada. Let's try to schedule it again. Mm-hmm. And then after like three times, I haven't reached out again.
See, I'm like a one-time person. You say you're going to be on my podcast once, and never is it a famous person. But there have been a couple people who'd be like, oh, I'll be on the podcast. And then they cancel the day of. And I'm like, nope.
You're just done your gout?
Right, yeah.
All right. Well,
did we
guys,
do it?
we did it. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you guys made it all the way through, thanks for listening to our ramblings. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. And if there's anything that you want us to talk about, let us know. wrinkledsheets1@gmail.com.
Oh, before we go, tell them about the videos we've been doing for like the keto recipes and
if you want to follow us on YouTube, it's Wrinkled Sheets, and we have been trying to vlog some of our keto recipes. And we find recipes and we make them, or we take recipes that we find and make them our own.
So if you have a keto recipe
that you love,
we'd love to get it.
I made some mini keto cheesecakes yesterday, and I've been thinking about one all day.
Well, that got requested twice because it was part of that was in a vlog, and people were like, "I gotta have the cheesecake recipe."
I gave it to you, right?
You gave it to me, so I've shared it a couple times.
Cool.
So So guys, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Share. It's the only way people ever find us.
Right.
We appreciate it. And
rate and review us on iTunes. People don't do that.
And before we go, we didn't do this last time. We need to mention Nature's Relief.
That sounds very weird.
I know. We forgot to. Nature's Relief CBD oil is become our...
You have to say it really
right,
slow.
because I want to say CDB, Charlie Daniels Band. It's CBD, Nature's Relief. They are... they've been our sponsor. We're using the product. My friend Jeremy, who I was talking to today, he's got a bad shoulder, and he said that the CBD oil has been great for him. So people are using it and discovering it.
It's Nature's Best CBD.com.
Nature's Best Relief.
Yeah. And so pure high-strain hemp is what they do. Their products are made from a cannabis compound with a significant supplemental benefits without the THC that makes you stoned or high. Their products help with inflammation, pain, anxiety, psychosis, seizures, spasms, and other conditions. And they swear to goodness, which they better stand behind this, you can use their products and will never test positive for a drug screen because it doesn't have the THC.
Yeah, and it's legal in all 50 states. And if you use promo code Wrinkled Sheets, you get 10% off your bill. 10% off.
That's amazing.
The other day, I was telling you this. I had posted about something about, I know I look tired in this picture. And Rick, the president and owner of Nature's Best Relief, wrote and goes, you need to rub some of the oil under your eye every morning. And he goes, promise, it'll help. And you told me, you go, like, yeah, that's the part of your eye that does, and I didn't know that you don't create oil under your eye. What were you telling me?
It's the part of your face that doesn't create its own oils. This is what I've heard. I'm not a doctor. So I've been putting marula oil under my eye for months now. But CBD?
Yeah. So I've been trying it the past few days, and I'm going to.
And Steve has been butchering the name over and over.
I did, didn't it? It's Nature's
Best CBD.com. There's no relief in the website. It's nature'sbestcbd.com.
Okay. Sorry, Rick, if I did that. I should have looked up the paperwork before I started.
Rick, I've got him under control now.
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate the sponsorship. And
there's a free 100% money-back guarantee.
Website, one more time, just because since I screwed it up.
nature'sbestcbd.com.
Okay. All right.
Good job, babe.
All right. Till next time.
Bye.